Guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. This is the second part of the video where we design the calculator in Android Studio. So if someone watches the second part directly, then first I recommend watch the first part. I give the link of video of first part in I button. So you maybe know or not, then in first part we design the UI of our calculator, and in second part we have to write the Java code. So if someone watches second part directly, then first I want to show what we actually are going to make. So you can see this is the calculator and it has a backspace symbol and it has perfect UI, and you can see it perform the every operation work fine. If you want to watch detailed video, then I recommend also watch the first part. So in this part we have to write the Java code for our calculator. So don't further delay, now let's start the video and let's start. So for this, writing our Java code, simply open your main activity Java file, and you can see this is our Java file. So first of all, we have to declare some variable. So for y variable, we have to assign all XML ID into the Java variable. So how many variable we need? We need 19 variable because we have 19 buttons. So you can see these are the 19 button, and we need 2 variable for our text view. So simply open your main activity Java file. Simply type private below the app compact activity. Now type variable name, which is button type. Now it show an error because it does not import the button class. So simply click on it and press Alt plus enter, and now you can see the error is gone. Now give the variable name same as your XML ID. So I give the button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5, and so on to button 9. Now button 0, then we have a button clear, button backspace, and we have button plus, button subtract, button multiply, button divide, button percent, button dot, and button equal. So almost every variable declared successfully. Now taken semicolon here. Now we have to declare text view variable type. So simply type here private, then text view. Now give the name as same text view 1 and text view 2. That's enough. Now we have to assign all Java XML ID into these Java variables. So simply type text view 1 equal find view by ID r.id dot text view 1. Now simply type text view 2 equal find view by ID r.id dot text view 2. Now do the same thing for button 0 equal find view ID r.id dot button 0. Now type button 1 equal find view ID r.id dot button 1. Now you can do the same procedure from button 0 to 9. So I fast forward the video here and skip that process. So I just type the fast forward. So you can do it by on. I forget to add the button 8. So simply type button 8 equal find view ID r.id dot button 8. Now assign the next button, which is clear button backspace button, into the Java variable. So simply type button clear equal find view ID r.id dot button clear, then button backspace equal find view ID r.id dot button backspace, then button plus, button percentage first, find view ID r.id dot. Order does not matter here, you can give assigning in any order. Now button subtract equal find view ID r.id dot button subtract. Now button divide equal find view ID r.id dot button divide. Now button dot equal find view ID r.id dot button dot. Now button plus equal find view ID r.id dot button plus. Now button multiply is left, so simply type button multiply equal find view ID r.id dot button multiply, and button equal is also left, so simply type button equal find view ID r.id dot button equal. So I don't do any hard process and any hard work till now. I just do the very easy task, and you can do it by on. First let me count whether it is equal or not. So every button now assigned successfully. Now we are ready to write the completely Java code. So first of all, we write the code for our clear button. So as you know, in Android Studio, what we have to do, we have to set on click listener to every button. So first we set the on click listener on our clear button. So our clear button name is button clear. So I simply type button clear dot set on click and it automatically show installation. So press enter. Now inside bracket, you have to type new, then capital O and press enter on first iteration. Now what we want, when someone press on clear button, we want our text field get null. So we have to simply add two line, one for one text view and one for one second text view. So simply type text view one dot set text and inside bracket simply type null. Now type the same line for second text view. Simply type text view 2 dot set text and inside bracket simply type null. Now we set the on click listener from button 0 to button 9 and for button dot. So what is the logic? So first of all, try to understand the logic. Whenever user press on any button, like whenever user press on 0 button, 1 button or up to 9 button, so we have to set the text of button onto our text view. And let us suppose if already text view contains some text, so then we have to combine the new text with the old one. Let us suppose text view contain already 9. Like you want to enter 999. So then what you do? So you have simply click on 9 on first time, then you click again on 9. So then we have to combine the both of the string. So what we have to do, simply let us suppose I will show you by the coding. So I simply type first for button 0. So simply type button 0 dot set on click listener. Inside bracket simply type new, then capital O and press enter. Now first we have to take a string, or we can say declare a string of any name. So simply I declare a string of name text, then semicolon. Now I assign the number which is entered by the user into the text string. So simply type text equal, then first we get the text from our text view. So our main text view, or we can say our primary text view, is text view 2. Be remember text view 2. So this is our main text view which is below the primary text view. So simply type text view 2 dot get text to string, then plus operator for combining the string. Then we get the text from button 0. So simply type button 0 dot get text to string, and then we set the text onto our text view. So simply type text view 2 dot set text and inside bracket simply type your string name. My string name is text. Now understand the logic what I am doing in this code. So let us suppose if text view contain already something, like text view contain already 12. So if I press on 3, then I want to change the text view from 12 to 123. So then what I have to do, I simply get the text from our text view, and whenever user press on any button, we get the text of that button. Let us suppose if I press on 0 button, then I get the text of 0 button, and then we combine the button 0 text with the older string, and then display the new string on our text view. So you hopefully guys you understand everything, that what is the logic behind this. Now what we have to do, we have to simply copy this code. So I copy this code. Now after copy, simply paste it below down, and now simply change the button 0 by button 1, and also make change here. So now we have to make change for our every button from 0 to 9 and for dot button. So this is very easy task, you can do it by on. So I copy this first, then paste it below. Now this is a button number 2. So hopefully guys you understand every logic and what is the logic of this, how to get text from the user and how to know which number entered by the user. So I simply fast forward the video here to make the video short. So I do the same procedure, and you can see I just simply fast forward the video. Now write the code for button dot also. So I simply copy this, paste the code again, and change the by button 1 to button dot. Now our almost 70% of the calculator is ready. So now we have to write the code for our equal symbol, for operators, and for our backspace button. So first I write the code for our backspace button. So simply type button backspace and dot set on click listener, then inside bracket type new, then capital O and press enter, and inside this we have to write our all backspace code. So first of all we have to declare a string. So I simply type a string, and you can give any name. I give backspace, but you can give any name, it is your choice, and assign the null inside the string. Now what is the logic of this backspace? So first we check whether the text view contains something or not. If text view contains something, then we run this code, otherwise not. So simply type text view and what is our main text view? Text view 2. So simply type text view 2 dot get text to string and length dot length greater than 0. If the text view length is greater than 0, then we run the code, otherwise we don't run this code. So you can remove the toString, it is not necessary here. Now, so we have to declare a string builder object for performing an operation. So simply type string builder, then again string builder equal new, then string builder inside bracket simply type text view 2 dot get text. Now this is the object name, which is string builder, and we remember the kept small s. And below this we have to delete the character from specific position, or we can say from the last position. So simply type string builder dot delete char at, and we get the text from text view 2 dot get text, and then we reduce the length by 1, length minus 1, and then semicolon. And now we have to assign new string into our text view. So already we take a string of backspace type, so simply type backspace equal, then string builder and to string. We convert the new string to string, and then we set the new string into our text view. So simply type text view 2 dot set text, and inside bracket simply type your string name. My string name is backspace, and that's easy. Now it's look perfect. Now we have to write the code only for our operators. So before writing the code, first of all we have to declare some variable. So come on to the top of the code, and below the text view simply type private, then type double, and we have to give the two variable of double type because anyone can enter any type of value. So I give the variable name first, and we need a second one for second number, second, then semicolon. Now type private again, then we need a double type for storing the result. So simply type any variable name you can give, I give result. Now we need one more variable, so private string and operation. I give the name of variable operation, but you can give any name. What is the purpose of this variable? It hold which operation do user want to perform. So the user want to perform any operation, we hold in that operation variable. Now we have to declare a variable of private type, one more, private, and this is also of a string type, and this is known as answer, but you can give any name. Later I tell you what is the purpose of this answer. So come down. So here is our code from button 0 to 9 dot button backspace button. So here the backspace code is end. So I press enter so many times. Now I give a comment, code for operators. It is better to give a comment, so it is also help to memorize the code easily. So first of all we have to set on click listener for our operator. So what is our first operator? You can set any on click listener on any operator. So first of all I set on click listener on our first operator, which is button %. So I will simply type button % dot set on click listener, inside bracket simply type new, then capital O, and press enter. So whenever user press on button, we have to null the text field, and we have to send the previous text on to our above text field. So before starting this video, I already show what kind of calculator we are going to make. So I enter first number, then I press on operator, then the previous number go on to the top. So first of all, we have to declare an string type, string variable again here, so which hold the previous text. So I simply give the string name primary, but you can give any name. So first of all we have to get the text, and we have to store that text into our first variable. So for storing that text, this text is in string format. So first we have to convert that string into double, or we can say we have to convert that text into double. So simply type first, because already we declare a variable of first and double dot parse double, inside bracket simply type string, then come outside from this bracket and simply type your text view name. Our text view name is text view 2 dot get text. So what is the working of this? We get the text from the text view, and we store that text into our first, and we change it to double. Now we have to send this text also on the top. So for this, first we have to do, we have already take a variable of primary. So simply type primary equal, then type string dot format, inside bracket simply take inverted comma and type % dot 2f. This convert into double, and now take comma and give the variable name. Our variable name is first, because first contain the text which is entered by the user first time. let us suppose user enter 1 2 3. So first hold the 1 2 3. Now we have to send first on to our top. So we convert this text into double and then we assign this text into primary. Now our text view1 name is text view1. So simply type text view1 dot set text and we have to simply pass primary. That's easy. Now we have to null this text field which is currently text field and which is known as text view2. So simply type text view2 dot set text and leave it blank simply by double quotes. Now we have to store the operator, or we can say which operation user want to perform in the operation variable. So operation equal and in double quotes simply type which is operation percentage. So I simply type percent then semicolon. Now the code is complete. So try to understand what is the logic of this code. So let us suppose user enter 1 2 3. So first we convert that code into double and store into the first variable. Now also we have to store that number into the primary. After getting the primary, we set the text view2 null and we set the text view1 by the primary number. So it automatically go on the top and we also store that operation into operation variable. So hopefully guys you understand everything how the code is working. Now simply copy this code. So I copy this. Now come down and paste it here. Now simply change the button percent to button subtract and also you have to change the operation by minus and that's easy. Now what you have to do, simply again paste it below down for remaining 3 operator and our third operator is, we can say, you can give any operator name first. I give plus and this hold the plus. Now again paste it. Now again paste it and only the multiply is left. So I simply type multiply and change it to operation multiply. That's easy. Now only the equal working is left and whenever user press on equal button we have to give the final result of the answer. So tap and simply give a comment equal start from here. So till now we have write very easy code and the equal button code is also very easy. So don't take tension of equal button. Now simply type button equal dot set on click listener new then capital O and press enter. Now whenever user press on enter first number and then user press on any operator, then the text view also got null and then we have to get the second text from user. So in second, where we store the second text, in second text we store into our second variable. So simply type second equal then double dot parse double and inside bracket you have to type very same thing string, then come outside from bracket and type text view2 dot get text because we get the text again from text view2. Now easy. Now we have to run the if else condition. So if operation equal plus, inside double quotes be remember write plus. If operation equal plus, then we take in 2 curly braces and inside we have to write our logic. So result, we already declare a variable result type result equal first plus second and semicolon. Now we have to convert this result into our main result. So we already declare an answer type variable answer equal string dot format and inside double quote simply type percent dot 2f then comma and then your variable name. My variable name is result then semicolon. Then now we have to set this answer on our text view. So our main text view is text view2. So text view2 dot set text and simply pass answer. And we have to do one more thing. After setting the answer on main screen, we have to set the null of text view1. So simply type text view1 dot set text null. That's easy. So I try to explain logic again. So whenever user press enter on any number, so after getting any number, whenever user press on any operator, then we assign the text into a variable which is known as first and we set the first number onto our top of the text view which is known as text view1. So if then user press on equal button, then we run the equal button code and first we get the second number from the text view, then we result the final answer on our text view2 and remove the number from top which is text view1. So I simply type text view dot set text null. Now what we have to do, simply copy this code, Control C and copy it 5 times because we have 5 operations and that's easy. Now what we have to do, simply change the operation by divide, simply change the operation by multiply and also not forget to make change here. So I simply make divide here and also I make multiply here. Now this is our subtract minus, so which is left. So last one is percentage, so I simply type percentage here and also make change here. Now our code is ready. So it is time to check our app. Now one thing important before checking our app, as you know, I already show an video. After starting this video, I already show one thing, that whenever user press on or enter any number, then that number is display on the starting of the text field. So I click on activity main XML file to show you what I am saying. So you can see this is our design. So whenever user enter number, then it display and then it start display from this side, but we want this number or start display from this side and also just on the top of the divide operator. So we have to make alignment into our text view. So for this, what type of alignment we need? We have to write some line. So what is the line? So simply add 3 lines into the text view. So click on text view, press enter and simply type Android colon text alignment and give the text alignment text 10. Now again press enter and this time type padding right and give the padding right 10 dp is fine. Now give the padding top and padding top is 40 dp is fine. Now simply copy this. So I copy this and paste it below the text view. So press enter and paste it here. Now our calculator is completely ready. So it's time to check our finalized calculator. So I use debugging mode for checking my application. If you have low system configuration, then it is always prefer you debugging mode. My system configuration is very low, so I use debugging mode. So I connect my phone and after connecting my phone, I press on run button and now Gradle start building. Now our application built successful and it installed the application in my phone. Now application installed successfully and you can see. So one problem I see in my application that every button is work fine but not 8 but not 7 number button. So first let's counter the problem. What is the possible problem? So I open my main activity Java file. So where is the code? And you can see. So the error is that button 7 equal find view id r.id. I have to write button 7 but I mistake. I write button 8. So this is the very minimal error. Now our program is completely ready. So thank you guys for watching this video. After making this change, our calculator is working fine, so I don't show it again by running. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like my video, then please like the video and subscribe my channel for more latest. So please share my channel with your friends. So thank you. So thank you for this video and see you soon in next amazing video. So thank you. See you soon.